and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will discuss IUPSC nomenclature for class 10. So now what is this IUPSC? IUPSC stands for International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. It gives us some rule to write the nomenclature, to write the naming of organic compounds. There are some basic rules to write the nomenclature of organic compounds. Let's understand rules with the examples. First rule is select the longest chain of carbon. We will select the carbon chain which contain maximum number of carbon atom. For example, we have this compound and we have to write the IUPAC name of this compound. So first thing is select the longest parent chain. If we select the straight chain, if we select the parent chain, this one, then it contains 6 carbon. But if we select this chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 carbon chain will be the parent chain, major chain. We will use 7 carbon for nomenclature. So first thing is, and it is the main thing, select the longest chain containing maximum number of carbon atoms. Now rule number second is give numbering to functional group, multiple bond and substituent group. Functional group which decide the chemical nature of a compound. Multiple bond means double bond or a triple bond. And substituent group is that group which is not included in a chain. And if all these three are present in a chain, then we will use a priority order. Priority order is first priority is given to functional group, then multiple bond, then a substituent group. And if we choose functional group as a priority group, then we will give least number to least or lowest number to carbon containing functional groups. The carbon containing functional group or multiple bond or substituent group will be given least number or a lowest number. Smaller number will be given. For example, we have to give number when we have compound this. Now we can say in this chain we have a functional group as well as a multiple bond. So priority will be given to functional group. It will be considered as a first carbon number 1, 2, 3 and 4. But if we give number like this 1, 2, 3, 4, that will be wrong. Least number must be given to the functional group if present, multiple bond if present, and substituent group if present. Right? Now what is the basic structure of a organic compound? First is root word. Root word will give us number of carbon atoms. For example, we have 5 carbons in any organic compound. Then root word is pent. If we have 6 hex, we have discussed it in previous lecture also. Next thing is primary suffix. Primary suffix will indicate the nature of carbon-carbon bond. If carbon-carbon single bond is there, then suffix is "ane". If carbon-carbon double bond is there, then suffix is "ene". And if carbon-carbon triple bond is there, then primary suffix will be "ine". First thing is root word plus primary suffix. Next is secondary suffix. Secondary suffix we will use when there is a functional group. Secondary suffix will be used if there is a functional group, and each functional group has a specific suffix. For example, we have functional group OH. If OH is present in any organic compound, then its suffix will be "ol". "Ol" is the suffix of alcohol. So 3 things are there: root word plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. And if any substituent group is present, the group which is not included in carbon chain, that is primary prefix. Prefix is used before root word, suffix is used after root word, and primary prefix will be the name of substituent groups, the groups which are not included in a organic compound, chain, right? These are the 4 things, and 5th is used only when there is a cyclic compound, that is a secondary prefix, used only for cyclic compounds. And it will be cyclo. So secondary prefix plus primary prefix plus root word plus primary suffix plus secondary suffix. Or if we combine all these 5 things, then we will obtain a organic nomenclature, IUPAC nomenclature of any compound, right? Let's do some examples. For example, we have to write the name, IUPAC name for this compound. First thing is select the carbon chain having maximum number of carbon atom as well as a multiple bond is also included. So parent chain will be this. Now we obtain the root word. For 4 carbon we use word but. Now give number to the multiple bond. The carbon containing multiple bond will be considered as least carbon, least number will be given, small number will be given. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this carbon will be first carbon. Now carbon carbon double bond is there, then suffix is primary suffix is "e", and it is present with the first carbon, so but 1e. It indicates first carbon contain a double bond. Now this is not included in carbon chain, so it is substituent groups, the groups which are not included in a chain. So it will be considered as a prefix. Now how to give name to substituent groups? We know the name of this compound. This is methane. But in CH3 and CH4 there is a difference of one hydrogen. So alkane minus one hydrogen group is considered as alkyl. Alkane minus one hydrogen, the group is now called as alkyl. So CH4 minus H CH3, so it will be methyl, right? And methyl group is present with the third carbon. So now I am going to write the complete IUPAC name of this compound. Third carbon contains methyl group 3-methyl 3-methyl. Now root word is but, and first carbon contain a double bond. So this is the IUPAC name of this compound, 3-methyl but 1-ene. Let's do one more example. Now we have to write the IUPAC name of this. So select the longest parent chain. Now parent chain will be this. It is containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon plus 1 multiple bond. Again second rule is same. Give least number to the carbon having a multiple bond. So this will be the first carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fourth carbon contain alkyl group, substituent group. So its IUPAC name will be 4-methyl. Methyl group is present at fourth carbon. Carbon chain contains 6 carbons. So root word is hex. 4-methyl hex. Multiple bond is present at a first carbon. 4-methyl hex 1-ene. Right? In description box there are some examples you can solve at home. In next lecture we will expand this lecture again. Thank you.